Well, hello everyone, and welcome to this edition of IPC's Vendor Advantage Network Preferred Vendor Spotlight video. We are following along with our current focus of point-of-care solutions, and today I have the pleasure of sitting down with SiteLabs. They're one of our preferred vendors that some of you may or may not already be familiar with. So today we're going to be talking about driving growth through clinical services for independent pharmacies. A lot of things that you guys have really been trying to get into, so hopefully get a bit more information that'll help out here. My name, if you don't know, is Shannon. I'm the Pharmacy Services Manager here at Independent Pharmacy Cooperative. I do manage the Vendor Advantage Network, and I work with vendors like SiteLabs to bring you the best business practices, clinical programs, and retailers on the market. So today I'm excited to be here with both Paige, Ralson, and Raby. They're going to share all the great things they have available and in store for you with SiteLabs. And ladies, I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to you, and you can tell us a bit about yourselves and SiteLabs.
Great. Thank you, Shannon. We're happy to be here. As Shannon mentioned, we're with SiteLabs, and we are excited to bring some clinical opportunities to our independent pharmacy partners. So I'm Paige Ralson. I'm the Clinical Services Coordinator at SiteLabs. I've been with SiteLabs for 4 years now, and during that time, I've worked with several independent pharmacies to bring point-of-care testing, expand testing services, and other clinical services opportunities.
And hello, everyone. My name is Raby. I am the marketing manager for SiteLabs. I've been with the company for about 3 years, and not only am I helping SiteLabs market their business, but as part of our model, we're helping independent pharmacies market their business as well. It's a piece that's missing from a lot of companies, and it's a great piece in my opinion. So as we go through our products and services in our model, just keep in mind that we're here to help you grow your business, and marketing plays a key role in that. And so I'm very excited to be here and to assist our independent pharmacies.
I love that. Like you said, Lauren, a lot of, services and companies don't provide that marketing support, and our stores are excited, but then they don't know what to do with, all the programs they have or how to get it out there. So I'm glad you're on here. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Shannon.
All right, let's jump right in.
So as we mentioned, our goal is to turn everyday foot traffic into new revenue. So today we want to discuss 3 opportunities we have with you, easiest being at-home testing, over the counter, point of care testing options, and then a new project that we're launching, clinical trial recruitment through independent pharmacies. So on the next slide, we'll jump into ordering. So through SiteLabs, you can order OTC or POC test options. So if you do not have an account with us, you can go to our website. That's www.sitelabsglobal.com. And if you do not have an account, you can click in the top right corner. Lauren, help me. Is it My Account? I believe you'll click My Account, and you'll be directed to that small box that you see with the arrow. You'll click Register. So then we'll ask for some basic pharmacy information, your name, email. You'll create a password, just some basic pharmacy information. And once you have a login through your IPC membership, you will be able to see the pricing.
So that shows they can see both regular and IPC pricing once they get logged in, right?
That is correct. It will ask you your buying group. So of course, put IPC in that buying group box.
Okay.
So several at-home testing options gearing up for respiratory season. We do have FlowFlex. We have a new FlowFlex test that's a combo for COVID-19 and flu A and B. Both FlowFlex options you can order in cases, and that does give you a per test discount. We also do have options for single tests. Just note, if you order over 120 tests, you do get free shipping on that order. Also, last year we added the Core DX. That's also a combo. That's flu AB and COVID-19 at-home test, and that you order by the single test. There's no case pricing, but again, over 120 tests, you would get free shipping. So great to have in store that patients can grab, take home, and test. Really easy to have on your shelf and available to your patients ahead of respiratory season.
I did see the Core DX did very well last year, so good to see this year.
Yes.
All right.
So point of care tests, that would require your pharmacy to have a CLIA waiver. If you do not have a CLIA waiver, that's something I would encourage you to look into. That's through CMS. You would fill out an application and apply for your point of care testing license at the pharmacy. Once you do have that CLIA waiver, you can order point of care tests, and this is something you would test patients in pharmacy and provide them with results. So we do have some basic wellness options. We have a cardio check bundle that would test for a full lipid panel and a glucose. This is a great service to offer for your patients. I would recommend getting started with a bundle. Once you do have that actual cardio check device, then you can reorder tests and capillary tubes from us. This is something we're able to help you with. If this is something you want to talk through and how this works, we're happy to help. Another option is the A1C. We sell that in boxes of 20. It takes about 5 minutes to get an A1C result for your patients. Again, another great service to offer. And then ahead of respiratory season, different options. This slide doesn't have everything that we offer, but just highlighting flu A and B point of care tests. We also have a flu A and B plus COVID combo available on our website. You'll see the status strep test. That's available, and then several other options, RSV, mono. You can see all of that once you log into our website.
Great. It's good to be able to tailor each individual pharmacy to kind of what their needs really are in their community.
Absolutely.
All right. So the exciting new thing you have going on, I know a lot of our pharmacies are already involved in some clinical trials and programs locally. So I'm excited to see this.
Yes, we are really excited to get this launched. So SiteLabs is starting to enable our independent pharmacy partners to do clinical trial recruitment. And so we are gearing up to launch our first clinical trial recruitment project through colorectal cancer screening. So we're really excited to get that launched. We make it really easy to integrate it into your current workflows. If you look at that workflow at the top, the pharmacy workflow, really what we're asking our pharmacy partners to do is find eligible patients to participate. So you would qualify a patient. We would give you the basic inclusion, exclusion criteria. So you would have a general idea of who would qualify. We do have two options. We have a standard pre-screening and a hybrid pre-screening. If you do the standard, really what we're just asking you to do is provide marketing material to that patient with a QR code. And the patient could scan, get basic trial information, and go through a pre-screening by themselves. If they go through that bottom box, that hybrid pre-screening, that's a little bit more hands-on for the pharmacy. You go through a 10 to 15 question pre-screening with the patient, and they sign a consent form to be contacted by the study sponsor. And if you do that hybrid pre-screening, you get a little bit more of a reimbursement for that workflow. Once, the hybrid or standard pre-screening is completed, we take it from there. There's nothing else on the pharmacy's end that needs done, but you do get reimbursed, or you get paid once that patient is successfully enrolled in the clinical trial.
Perfect. So it's a pretty easy workflow, I think, and they can reach out to you guys or use the QR code to get more information or just reach out.
Absolutely. That's a really high level overview, but if you are interested, please feel free to reach out to us, scan that interest form, fill out the information, and we will definitely set up a meeting and go into more detail.
Awesome. Perfect. I love that stores can choose, how involved they want to be there.
Right. And like I said, this is our first clinical trial, and we do anticipate several more this year. So really exciting.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. Well, before we wrap up, are there any marketing tactics or efforts that you've seen really implemented within independent pharmacies to help them get those point of care programs off the ground? What do you guys do or help, or any advice that you can give to our stores?
Yeah, one thing that we really just seen be successful is honestly the most simple thing, and it's just that conversation with their patients. Independent pharmacy owners just know their patients so well. These are not people going into CVS and it's a number being looked up in a computer. A lot of times independent pharmacies, they know, oh, Miss Jones, she works at the church down the street, or, so on and so forth. So just having these conversations, what our goal at SiteLabs is to help the pharmacies build a trust within their community. And with, these point of care tests and over the counter tests, and even with the clinical research trials, we're not just selling tests, and we want to be involved with every step of the process. We want to help the pharmacies get these campaigns off the ground. We do provide additional flyers and marketing signage for you to put on your pharmacy countertops that help start those conversations. And it's just a really great way to help that community impact and get that patient trust and just help with overall public health.
All right. Well, ladies, I appreciate you both for spending time here with IPC. Cold and flu season is right on the horizon, and we want to make sure that all of our stores are prepared. We don't want them just to have stock on hand, but really have the education and the resources, to follow up those conversations and really drive those conversations. So thank you both for presenting the information today. For those of you watching, Paige's contact is there. Her email is here on the screen, and you'll also see a QR code that will take you directly to IPC's landing page. You guys can fill out the short contact form there, and it will go directly to both Paige and I. Lauren will get those and reach out to you guys and either get you signed up or reach out with more information. So ladies, again, thank you for being here. Thank you all for watching, and I hope everyone has a successful pharmacy week.
Thank you so much, Shannon.
Thanks.